Alright, troops, so now we're getting to the part of where we build the smoothie. Alright, and you know, I usually use water or apple juice or almond milk, you know, for my base, you know, but majority of the time is water. You know, less calories, whatnot, and it's all about hydration. Alright, what I do is I simply add a few ice cubes. Got a few ice cubes in there now. Okay, and the way that I go about it is I build my shake. You know, it's usually a method to the madness. You know, and you really just want to make sure you layer it well. Okay, that's a big focus, making sure that you layer your shake well. And I always use my banana or mango or whatever fruits I'm going to use first. Most of the time, those will be my base. Okay, those will be the base. So I always put in the banana first. Alright, and then like I said, some mango. Okay, and one more element that's very important is ginger. Okay, ginger root. Ginger root is very important. It helps fight inflammation. And inflammation in the body can be deadly, okay, if it's not checked. That's where we have a lot of joint pains from, you know, and things of that nature. So just be sure that you know, add up a couple of pieces of your ginger root. Alright, so I'm going to throw that in there. Alright, and then this is when I come in and I will throw in my my greens. Okay, and that's a cup. Okay, on top of that, you know, then I go ahead and crack my egg. One raw egg. Okay, you know, and then this is when I begin to add in the ingredients like the protein, and I just throw in 1 scoop of that. Okay, I don't really need a whole scoop. Add in the pharmaceutical grade aminos. Okay, so I go with the glutamine first, and then the arginine second. I mean, it really doesn't matter the order in which you put them in, right? And then this is when I add in these come in a pill format, and usually they want you to take 3. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 because I pretty much have loaded and I have them in my system, you know, at this point. So I just put 2 in, and what I'm gonna do, since they're in capsule form, I'm just gonna break open the capsule and just pour them right in. You have that in there. Okay, I'm gonna add in the cinnamon. Okay, just shake it a couple times, put a couple shakes in there. Alright, throw in the oatmeal. And I'm gonna use a whole cup, okay, because it's gonna be a pretty, you know, pretty serious training session. So I throw in the whole cup. You go it in, put it on the top, and usually I go for like 30 seconds with the blend. Okay, 30 seconds. Alright, so now got that green look, right? So now at this point, I always use a big jug. I use a demigod jug for it. Alright, now remember guys, you can always, you know, if it's bitter for you, you know, I have an acquired taste myself, so if it's bitter for you, you know, you can always add in raw honey, things of that nature to sweeten it up a bit. Sometimes I use blackberry jam to help, you know, sweeten mine up a bit, but you know, experiment, baby. It's your world, man. You know, you got an idea of a base, you know, and the things to do, you know, and the purpose of these things that we're adding in here. But I mean, you know, experiment. That's the beautiful part about it. See what fits you. All right. But remember, the whole purpose of all of this is, again, to make sure that we give our body the jump start from an internal point of view, from a cellular point of view, to do exactly what it needs to do, so our cells can communicate with one another. So when we do take it to the physical part of this, okay, when we take it to the physical workout, our cells will be able to regenerate faster, communicate quicker, all right, and then turn over in a rate of 28 days like they're supposed to, so that reduces us looking old and beat up and worn down. All right, so again, this is to optimize our cellular health as much as possible, guys. That's my philosophy. What I call free radical elimination, lean muscle concentration. These things will help you get results faster, okay? Trust me on this. You're looking at the proof in the pudding right now. You'll see it in my clients. I mean, like I said, you know when I first put the video up. So, you know, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. So, you know, cheers. Cheers. I hope you guys have a great week. Alright, and I'll see you guys soon. You guys know my motto, you know my philosophy, you know my mantra. Alright? Stay strong, stay safe, stay focused. I'll see y'all soon. Take care. Peace.